Welcome to Cooking with Paulina, Red Apron Series. Today we are cooking New York strip steaks. So let's begin our cooking show today. Start of our show is New York strip steak. But let's start from the wine. Will help us loosen up, have a more fun, and enjoy our meat more. Let's begin. So today I have two steaks. They are 1 pound each. This is the steak. We'll trim the steak first, and after we'll season and let steak rest for around 30 to 45 minutes before we'll start frying. But I would like to start first from the onion. I like sauté onions on the top of my steak. And let's cut the onions. How you can hear they're nice and crispy and juicy. And we'll fry them with avocado oil as usual. Not too much. To make sauté onions, we'll need the butter and we'll need the sugar and salt. So our onions, they are frying now. And frying, I will trim a little bit our meat, not too much. I want to keep the casing outside of the meat that the steak will not fall apart. And my steak I already washed. So we have two nice pieces of the New York strip steak. I'm trimming fat. I think that's fine. Now we'll put the salt on the top of the steak. I will not get crazy with the salt because we don't want to eat too much salt. I also use the regular table salt. I never use the kosher salt because the table salt has iodine in it, and iodine is important for our thyroid function. Besides the salt, I will season our steak also with black pepper. Okay, here. Doesn't work. I have a wet hands, so my shaker is not working well. Okay, now it's much better. Okay. And I will leave the steak to rest for 30 to 40 minutes before I will put on my cast iron skillet. I just want to show you the steak. I like working with New York strip steak because it's nice and soft and tender. Meaty, okay, full of protein. The 1 pound of the steak includes around 60 grams of protein and it's around 800 calories. No. All right, let's check on our onions. I can see that they're almost ready. So I turn just right now the heat under my cast iron skillet. And we'll reheat this skillet very, very well. The skillet is heavy. We want to put the two steak, but don't overcrowd the steak on the skillet, and I will explain to you later on why. With our onions, I see they're nice and golden now. I will lower a little bit flame, and I will add it butter, not too much. The butter is not too good for you, so be careful with the butter content. And now I will add it salt and also white sugar to make our nice sauté onions. We have the butter, we have a sugar, we have our juicy white onions, and we sauté them right now for our steak. Meat is nice and tender and rest right now. Okay, ready to be fried. I'm adding tiny bit of avocado oil now. And I'm keeping flame high up. Very important, high up. Alright. I recommend it put the glove in case that you can burn yourself. You see how you're steaming? Okay. Alright. So we are cooking our meat today medium rare, but there is no perfect way of cooking steak. Everybody likes their steak differently. Some people like cooked rare. Some people like to eat well done. In the entire world, it's not one person who likes their steak this way or that way. When you go into the France, the steak, they are cooked differently. From region to region, they will be cooked from rare, blue, to well done side, bien cuit. When you're going to Italy, Tuscany, you will eat your steak bloody. When you will go to Eastern Europe, you will find out that we don't eat too much steak. So cooking of the steak and eating of the steak will vary from the country to the country, vary from the person to the person, and also will vary from the kind of steak you decided to eat. I like my New York strip steak medium rare, but you guys, you can cook your steak whatever suits you. If you like well done, go ahead, do well done. If you would like to eat bloody, go ahead, eat the bloody. The most important that you are enjoying of the process of cooking. You're enjoying what you're doing and you spend time with your family. Let me show you, because my pan is really, really hot. We'll put the, oh, you see how it's steaming? Almost is burning. We don't want the word burn. Okay. Gently, gently, we are putting steak on our frying pan. And this steak is kind of thin. It's 1 inch thin. We'll cook probably around 4 minutes on the one side. Don't afraid to cut your steak if you need it. If you need to check if your steak is ready, if it's overcooked or undercooked, you cooking at your own home. You make your own rules. You're in charge. You can guys do whatever you want. I told you before, the size of pan is kind of important. You don't want to overcrowd your steak. You want that your edges of the steak will crisp out, not steam, not bake. You want to fry them. You want to make them golden. When it's too many steaks next to each other, you will not achieve that perfect brown, deep, goldish crust that we are looking for. 2 more minutes and we'll check our steak. And for those who are frying the steak at home, make sure to open windows. Let me have a quick peek here. Okay, looks pretty good. Actually, this piece looks nicer than another one. So be quiet. That will be piece for me. The other one will give to Nick, but will not say anything to him. All right? Secret. Keep the secret. Okay, let's flip the steak. 4 minutes after, we are flipping steak. Beautiful. And we're flipping another piece. Make sure when you will buy the steak from the butcher that he will cut for you evenly, that those 2 pieces, if you're cooking for 2 people, they will be the same, that the cooking time will be the same. How you will notice I'm not adding any butter on the steak. The steak had a lot of fat around the steak by themselves already. I don't want to add it more fat. I'm keeping the steak like it is. I will enjoy meat for the meat. In case of that you will get steaks different sizes. One is a little bit thicker, one is a little bit smaller. Don't forget, you can pile when you think that one steak is ready on the top of other steak. I just want to show you, okay, to prevent cooking further. I never use thermometer. I use my finger to know if it's ready. It is perfectly cooked for me. I can always use my fork. I can always have a peek on another side, and if I see it's nice and crispy golden, I know my steak is ready. On the side, I'm reheating my onions, that I can serve those onions on the top of the steak, nice and hot. I usually don't wait until the meat rests. I think the meat should rest if you're making sandwiches. I think if you eat your steak by yourself, you should eat when it's nice and hot. I am transferring right now my sauté onions on the top of the steak. And we will cut our steak right now. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know if you can see, guys. Nice and cooked, medium rare. And this is our steak. You can see nice and bloody outside. I want to show you my steak. Nice and medium rare. Served with sauté onions. Enjoy. It's delicious. See you next time. Was nice to see you again. Bye.